Over the last 9 days of driving the entire Baja California Peninsula, we've driven over 1,600 miles. We've went over lots of bumpy roads. We've had close calls as we are driving through the mountains. We've had lots of military checkpoints, but also snorkeled in Cabo, kayaked in La Paz, and slept at the most stunning beaches we have ever seen. In today's video, we have to decide where do we want to stay next as we make our way back to the United States. We struggle with every single decision and end up at an RV park in what feels like the middle of nowhere. Subscribe today for new videos every Sunday. Good morning. Welcome to day 9, I think, of our Baja trip. We are somewhere in Baja. I think we're like an hour outside of, do we say Mulegé?
Yes.
Mulegé. We're like an hour south of Mulegé. We literally are at the most perfect spot. Once the sun really comes up, I will show you how absolutely stunning it is here. The only bummer part is there's no service on your phone. On one hand, it's great to have no service, but on the other hand, you know, we do have 2 kids at home still. I mean, they're adults. They're doing fine. But, you know, it would be nice to have service. I think we're going to go into town today just to check and make sure everything's okay. Our oldest sprained his ankle and has to go to the doctor today. So we're going to check on him and then come back, I believe, because this place is just stunning. What do we got?
Some French toast, maybe a fried egg or 2.
Oh, you're doing fried eggs?
Maybe if you want some.
We're a little messy this morning. We did take out the trash though. Need to do some dishes, but
We'll get there.
this is just real life living. It's around 8 in the morning. We're gonna start our morning off with a nice little kayaking trip, and we might go to the island over there. We are gonna pack up and head into town to get service on our phones and see downtown Mulegé. And then more than likely, our plan is to come back here for the night. It's literally one of the most beautiful beaches I've ever been to.
So in preparation for our trip, I actually filled up this 6-gallon jug of water for extra, just in case we ran out. So this is what you used here in Mexico to fill up. You go to Aqua Purificada, you fill these up, and then you can actually have to gravity fill your water tank. So we have not had the need to do that yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try and see how it all works out. If I can do this without making a mess. Actually, put that in. Oh man. All right, well, it's going. And that's that.
Empty?
We are empty.
like a boss, like you've done that before. We're in Mulegé. We did go to the town Mulegé. It was the streets were way too narrow for us to really get around, so we got out of there real fast. So now we're just kind of driving around.
I'm going the way I know.
Yeah.
Not the way that I don't trust Google anymore. Not for navigating the random streets of Mexico.
Yep. Google has lost your trust.
No. Highway? Okay. Because even I can follow the signs, but random streets? No way. Believe it or not, this is better than the way they wanted to take us.
I know. So we have changed our mind again. So we woke up at the beach this morning, and then we decided we went kayaking, had a good morning, had a great breakfast, that whole thing. And then we decided to go into town. We were like, oh, we need to go get Wi-Fi, or not Wi-Fi, service for our phones, so that we could text our kids, make sure everything's good, because we hadn't had service for 24 hours-ish. And we get into town, and it's a lovely town, I have to say. Mulegé is a beautiful, cute little quaint town, but it's really small, and our van just felt very big on the roads, even though we have a really small van compared to everybody else's RVs here and vans here. But anyway, so we go through town and enjoyed the town, and then we decided, then we went and stopped at the side of the road. I forget what the place was called, but it was a free hookup place, or a free place on the side of the water. But it was super windy, like crazy windy, and we looked at the weather, it only was gonna get worse as far as wind goes. So we were like, okay, we really don't want to stay here. So then we decided, like, okay, let's go to there's an RV park in Mulegé, because we had at that point decided we didn't want to backtrack to go to the beach we stayed at the night before. Plus, not having cell service, 2 nights in a row is difficult. So we knew for sure we weren't going to backtrack. So we went to the RV park in Mulegé, and we just didn't feel like we wanted to stay at it. I guess that's the only way to describe it. Both of us had a feeling, we're like, nah, no, this isn't it. This isn't where we're supposed to stop. Well, then we decided to go to Santa Rosilia. We're like, okay, let's just go back to Santa Rosilia, and that's where we stayed, a week ago. It was gorgeous, whatever. So on the way, it was just like 35 minutes away. On the way to Santa Rosilia, we start talking, and we're like, or do we want to go all the way to our next stop, which we had already planned on doing? And so we were like, okay, let's go ahead and go there. So what that means, though, is we are in Santa Rosilia right now. We're going to stop for gas, fill up, have some lunch, and then head that way. And it's 2 hours and 40 minutes from where we are right now. Puts us there around 3:30 in the afternoon. But that means today's video will have us driving the scariest part that we've been on this entire trip. It shouldn't be as scary, though, because we're going uphill versus downhill. But yeah, that's what's in our future.
Yep. And then the big change is that instead of taking the 5 and going back up through San Felipe all the way back to the US, we're going to stay on the 1 and basically work our way up towards Ensenada and then cross back over to California.
Yeah.
So be a little bit of a change in adventure.
Yep.
So we'll kind of just make it up as we go.
Yep, which is what we've been doing this whole time, making it up as we're going. We just, decided, like, don't we want to go see Ensenada? Don't we want to go? Then we really have driven the entire Baja California Peninsula. And that's why we're going to make it, that is the reason why we're going 2.5 hours more today, so that it gives us more time in those places. So there's your update. That's what's going on.
So this is what Highway 1 looks like here in Mexico. Yeah, this is legitimately a highway.
And we ended up going like, what, 20 miles an hour for the whole time?
Maybe. More like 15. There's a huge bump.
Good thing we brought snacks. Just opened our really big bag of Costco tortilla chips. Van life, real life. We just put a big bag of chips between us and drive.
This will be the last time we see the Sea of Cortez.
Maybe.
Maybe. Well,
If we follow our new plans, this is the last time we'll see the Sea of Cortez for this trip. But we don't know. Will we go a path we haven't done, or will we stay on the path we know? We literally won't know until we are at the point of making the decision. So stay tuned.
for sure the steepest road I've ever driven on in my entire life.
I'm literally scared to death because semis come so fast around these corners.
What's crazy is there's literally no guardrail. Like, I do remember these bumps going, this means something important.
Those are actual bumps, and it's like forever. And it's like telling you, slow down, slow down.
And they mean it. There's no joking.
No joking. Coming into Santa Rosilia, literally make sure you have amazing brakes.
Yeah. And when you leave, make sure you have lots of gas because you're going to need it to burn it to get up that hill.
Yeah. All right, I think we did it.
We are to the top.
We are officially to the top. Now, I don't remember, does this go, I mean, what comes up must come down?
No. So we essentially drive on this mesa all the way to the other side of the peninsula. It's pretty flat and straight.
Nice.
It's a pretty boring and long drive.
Yeah, and with no service on your phone at all. That's the hardest part sometimes of driving these roads. Like even you saw coming down that mountain, you have no service the whole time. So if you had to pull over on the side of the road, you have to wait for somebody to stop and help you. Unless you have like a sat phone, right?
Yeah.
Which we did not bring.
That's one of the investments. There's things that we bought that we don't need.
Yep.
And there are things that we bought that we do need.
No, there are things that we didn't buy.
That we do need.
Yeah.
Yes.
Video coming soon, because that will be, we will make a video on everything we should have brought and bought and everything we shouldn't have done, because there were quite a few things that we thought we would need that we didn't need.
No.
So that is coming soon. All right, we just stopped for lunch. Kind of like, it's 4 o'clock, so whatever that dinner at Mario's restaurant, and it was pretty good. Guacamole,
Yep.
very good. We've changed our mind like so many times. This is the RV place we thought we would stop at, but it's so windy here, and it's just like plain.
Yeah, it's flat. There's literally nothing blocking the wind, and there's no ocean, so it's pretty much
Lame-o.
desert.
Yeah, and we live in the desert.
Right. I don't need to see flat desert because I see that all the time.
Yeah. So we're off to boondock somewhere along the ocean. Just blew past that inspection.
That's right. That's how you handle those inspection points here.
Yep.
If they aren't standing there flagging you down, you just keep on driving.
Yep. That's how we roll now. We're no longer the newbies that from before we would have just waited.
Right. What do we do? Nothing. Just keep driving.
wanted to update you. We actually have turned around and are headed back to the restaurant. We went and checked out a spot on iOverlander. It's right behind the airport where we're at, and we didn't feel like the van, it felt sandy. We didn't think the van could make it back to park by the water to Boondock. Maybe it could have, but we weren't willing to take the chance. So we're gonna go ahead and just head back to that restaurant, because behind that restaurant is an RV place. It's the one where it's windy and open, but they do have showers and bathrooms. So we're gonna just chalk this up to another learning experience, because now we have to go back through a checkpoint. And it's 5 p.m. We just feel like it's not safe to be driving at dark, or at least it doesn't feel safe to us. So we're gonna go ahead and just go back to the RV park, get some rest, some showers, and tomorrow's a new day.
Yep. I'm tired. I've been driving a lot today, and I'm tired.
It's tired. How the tides have turned. This morning I woke up alongside the most beautiful beach I'd ever seen in my life, and then went kayaking. And tonight we are pulled over behind this like restaurant with no view but a shower. Super important. Sometimes you gotta take what you can get. I'm super happy that we found a place with a shower after the day we had. Can't see me. I'm all fresh, I'm all clean, hair's dry. Good night, everybody.